What's up guys, it's Smith here from gamersheroes.com, and today I've got a quick guide for you in For the King 2 on what I think is the best starting party for newer players. If you played the first game, you're not going to need this so much, but if you're coming in for the first time, maybe a bit rusty, this is a really strong lineup that should be able to get you through the Resistance, the first chapter, relatively easily. So we're going to go with 2 blacksmiths, right? So this does cause a bit of an issue with gear. Obviously, you're not going to find 2 awesome strength weapons all the time. Same on defense. So typically I'll build 1 blacksmith with evasion primarily, and then the other one with mostly armor. Now the reason this works really well is because obviously with the shield and stuff they get taunt. So you can have 2 blacksmiths on the front line, ideally at the opposite end in the grid, and then the 2 support characters behind them. This minimizes the AoEs you can take, and when one side starts to get weak, you can just mix up taunt between the 2 blacksmiths. So you taunt with 1 blacksmith at one side, he gets attacked a few times. When he starts to get low, switch it up. The benefit to doing this is you've got 2 guys that have the most health so far that we've seen in the game with vitality, so they can take a good hit. They got a lot of health when they level up. They get strength weapons or vitality weapons typically, and in steadfast is an ability that basically sometimes, random chance, it will just stop them taking any damage from an attack. So these guys are really good. They're probably, maybe the Friar, I don't know, but so far the blacksmith is still the strongest tank in the game. Still early days yet, so this is just sort of my personal opinion, but we'll see how it goes. And next up, the herbalist. If you take nothing else from this video, take the fact the herbalist is a key role in every party, especially for newer players. Healing's quite difficult when you're early on. If you overcommit to certain fights, if you go into areas before you're not ready, you're going to have to heal a lot. They have this ability called party heal. Now this basically, whenever that character uses a God's Beard, the healing herb, it will heal all nearby characters. So if you're in a fight, it's like a T-shape. If you're out in the world, it does it to nearby people. If you're inside a dungeon, at the end of every fight, there's a little party heal button that'll appear above the herbalist. This allows you to really maximize your God's Beards. They get more and more expensive as the game goes on, so healing gets more expensive, it gets more difficult. So the ability to not only find God's Beards with the Find Herb ability, but also to heal as an AoE with the party heal is really, really valuable. So this for me is the game changer. They can also get incredibly strong. It's a magic user. Intelligence is their main stat. There are some really strong AoE magic weapons in the game. So, you know, early on, she'll be great to heal, keep your guys topped up. Later on, she'll become one of your main damage dealers. Then we've got the second blacksmith, obviously, we've already gone over. And then we have the scholar. Now, this is this one you can probably swip around. The reason I've gone for the scholar here is because I wanted a second magic user, right? So you've got 2 physical attackers, because they do physical damage with their weapons, mostly speaking, and then 2 magical attackers. So that way, every fight you go into, you're going to be equipped, whether they've got high physical resist or high magical resist, or maybe a mix of both. You'll be able to do as much damage as you can with specific characters. Now, the scholar has refocus, so at the end of every turn, or randomly, it has a small chance of getting a focus point back, and it also has find scroll, which, yeah, it's not too bad. I suppose this is probably the one you can swatch out the most. I'm not too fond of the saber hand. Obviously, the alchemist is really good, but that's not a starting class, neither is the Friar. So the Hunter's okay, but the only trouble is with the Hunter, you're going to be restricted to weapons that are eyeball awareness. Sorry, I always call it eyeball. So they can't switch to magic, pretty much. So this is why I bring in the Scholar, because it's magic based, right? And you want that extra magic damage. So this is the lineup I would recommend for new players. Again, you've got a good, strong front line. Both of them have got shields, so they can guard the characters behind them, which protect your squishies. You've got the AoE heal with the herbalist. You've got the steadfast with the 2 blacksmiths to reduce the damage further. So if you're playing through on Apprentice and you're struggling, you know, pop this formation in, give it a shot, and see how you go. Hey guys, that's too quick, nice and easy. Get what you need and get back to the game. If we helped you out today, do like, subscribe. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.